Hey guys, I'm Tim with BleepinJeep. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to notch tubing effectively and almost efficiently for dirt cheap. So all you really need is a drill, cordless or corded, and a hole saw. But I'm going to take this a step further and show you guys how to get a perfect notch every time using simple tools like this. So the real trick here to getting optimal notches by hand with the hole saw is to find your 6 o'clock and your 12 o'clock position on your tube, and you can just do that visually. You don't have to actually measure it or find it exact, it just has to be close. And then from there, make a dot where the center of your hole saw is going to go in on your 12 o'clock position. Rotate the pipe to your 6 o'clock position and do the same thing. Make sure to measure to get them straight. Alright, so my 12 o'clock hole is at exactly 1.25 inches from the end. So we'll flip this around to 6 o'clock. Get that as level as I can, up and down. I'll go exactly 1.25 inches in, the best I can on the 6 o'clock plane of this tube. Right about there. Now we're going to pilot hole those before we use our 1/4 inch hole saw bit. Now you're going to want to center punch your holes that you just indicated here. That's our 6 o'clock position. And do the same thing on your 12 o'clock position. Now we're going to pilot this with an 1/8 inch bit and then a 1/4 inch bit, and then we're going to go to our hole saw bit with the 1/4 inch pilot on that. It sounds like overkill, but this is the most effective way that I've found to do this by hand and to get consistent results. Alright, then rotate over to our 6 o'clock. Okay, now we're going to switch over to a 1/4 inch bit. You could use a hole saw bit too, I suppose, you know, with the hole saw connected to it. But that's the way I've been doing it. And I started playing around with my new tube bender. Made some rock sliders the other day for a Toyota. I was really pleased with how they came out for my first go at building rock sliders from home. And I'm working on some XJ sliders, but I don't want it to be just another run-of-the-mill slider. It's got to be something really good. I want it to be the best XJ sliders available. I just need to come up with a design that's not revolutionary because, well, they're just rock sliders, but just something really high and tight to an XJ that doesn't sacrifice ground clearance, that looks really clean. And I haven't quite come up with it yet, but it'll be something similar to the Toyota sliders I came up with last week. With the 1/4 inch pilot bit, once you get that first one through, you don't have to rotate the pipe again because we already did that with the 1/8 inch. You just got to line it up with your 1/8 inch hole on the other side. Then you're good to go and you'll have a nice straight through hole. Alright, now we're ready for this guy. Rotate this tube so our holes are at the 9 and 3 o'clock position, approximately. This is the best way I've found to do this so far. And what's nice about doing it like this is you can basically lay out a whole section of tubing, you know, with wherever you want your holes to be on center. In this case, I don't remember, I did it a second ago. I think we're I think I want a 3 inch piece or a 3 1/4 inch piece, so we're something like 5 1/8 or 5 1/4 on center. And you can find your 12 and 6 o'clock positions and just make a mark whatever you want every 5 inches, you know. So 1 inch, 6 inch, 11 inch, whatever, 5 inch increments all the way down. Pilot drill everything, flip it, pilot drill the other way, come back with your hole saw, and you can notch all these sections and get these perfect little connectors for making roof racks or rock sliders. That's how I figured this out. Or whatever you want, whatever you need. Or you can just do one end like what I'm kind of doing right here, and just notch that one piece out, you know, if you're building bumpers or whatever. And they do make hole saw jigs, you know, for tube notching, hole saw notchers. I think Matt has one actually, and I very well may end up with one, but in the meantime, this is the most effective way that I've found to do this for cheap. And the bit's about 10 bucks. The mandrel that the bit goes on is about 12 bucks. So for $22 or so, you get to get perfect notches every time. This is awesome. And for now, I'm going to keep doing it this way. Lots of WD-40. Hold on tight. Alright, there it is. The first few holes that I did, I used a 1 3/4 inch hole saw bit right here because this is 1 3/4 inch tubing. But I found that going a little bit bigger, an 1/8 inch over the tubing size, gives you an absolutely ideal weld joint with a tube notch. So this is a 1 7/8 inch hole saw bit that I'm using for the 1 3/4 inch tube. And I'll show you how well this fits on another piece of tubing. Here's a different angle so you can see it a little bit better. And this is with absolutely zero cleanup. I haven't deburred these edges or sanded them or anything. That's just straight from the hole saw. Now let me grab another piece of tubing. Check this out. So here's another piece of tubing. Look at that. Is that nice or what? So here's that piece of tubing laid out like I mentioned earlier. Got all my 1/4 inch holes on this side, and then exactly opposite, I've got 1/4 inch holes on this side. Now I'm ready to run this hole saw bit and cut all my linkages. And I'll be using these pickets or whatever you want to call them for a set of XJ sliders. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright guys, that's it for today's how-to. I hope you learned something. Please thumbs up this video and make sure you subscribe to BleepinJeep. We really appreciate it. Also, be sure to check out BleepinJeep.com. And in the not too distant future, I'll share with you guys on the BleepinJeep Facebook page what I came up with for XJ rock sliders. So be sure to check those out. Alright, once again, thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Hey guys, do you think you can make a video as good or better than this one? If so, we'd love for you to join our team. A lot of people don't know this, but YouTube actually pays when people watch your videos. You know those little ads that pop up before the video? If a viewer watches those for 30 seconds or longer, the advertiser has to pay YouTube, and in turn YouTube has to pay you. Also, those little ads that pop up at the bottom of the video, in the middle of the video, if somebody clicks those, then you get paid as well. So we are looking for more partners to join and grow our YouTube channel. If you want to do any kind of videos that pertain to Jeeps or off-roading, welding, building things, that kind of thing, make a video, let me see it, and we'll let you know if you make the cut or not. So thanks for watching. Again, make sure to like and subscribe, tell your friends about us, and we'll see you in the next video.